throughout. In that game, I think it just forced them. Into some rotations that they weren't comfortable with.
Yeah, and you know, the frustrating part, guys, is that's something that can be avoided. You know, you can correct that, but you've got to move your feet and keep your hands to yourself. You've got to show some discipline.
So let's take a look at the Boston Celtics starting lineup. Thomas is the point with Bradley to his side. Johnson is out there with Jared Sullinger. And it's Crowder in at the 3 slot. Good.
Where's the box out? Some easy second chance opportunities there.
Those kinds of mistakes drive me crazy and will absolutely derail a team's chance to win.
What a season for Alex Len last year. Came in looking to find a spot for the team, and he made huge jumps in his game.
And I think it correlated with his minutes going up as well. I mean, played a lot more minutes, and he's a very complete back.
Here in the first, a little over a minute played so far. In the corner, Crowder with it. Pass to Sullinger. Sullinger the screen. It's Thomas outside. Kept alive by Boston. Feeds to Crowder. The second chance effort. And that one comes up a bit short.
Yeah, but the hand in the face. It's critical that you contest his shots every time down the floor.
And they're able to recover. Len with it. Sullinger picks him up. To the paint. They're 3 for Phoenix.
Good open look, and he splashes home the 3.
Boston's go.
They desperately need a basket.
And Thomas, here we go. Shot clock at 6. Johnson dishes to Crowder. Near the 3-point line, it's again Thomas missing.
And boy, has he been struggling big time here in the quarter.
Yeah, he's played tight. I mean, you can see it. No flow at all to his game right now. I like his tenacity getting to the basket there, even though the dunk rattled out. 99 times out of 100, you'll get the dunk or the foul.
And guys, I was a bit worried, but now we all know the rim doesn't have a lid on it.
Yeah, you could actually feel the tightness and tenseness with each miss. I'm actually glad to see they got that first one out of the way.
And look at how quick he was to bite on the pump fake. Left his feet way too soon.
All right, Phoenix, keep it going. You're yours.
And Amir Johnson re-signed in Toronto. He's been a big part of this team for years, and he talked about their great fan support in Toronto.
Almost like a soccer atmosphere. I don't know if you've been to a soccer.
A lot of fans south of the border in the U.S. are surprised when they learn how passionate, Clark, the fans in Toronto can be.
You know, Kevin, that's so true. I mean, when they get it going at the Air Canada Center, that place rocks. And it's great to hear Amir talk about how that pumps him up and makes him want to do it for Canada.
And we welcome you back to start the quarter. Players had a chance to get hydrated with Gatorade. And there's certain to be some great basketball ahead for us. All right, well, a look at how the points have been generated so far. A scoring breakdown for the Suns.
Well, I'll tell you what, they must have had a good shoot-around because they've been fantastic from long range so far, fellas.
And also another aspect of their game that's been super so far tonight is how they've been sharing the basketball.
On the court for the Celtics, Thomas is the point with Bradley to his side. Jared Sullinger is out there with Amir Johnson. And it's Crowder in at the 3. Celtics trail by 6. There's Thomas with the 3. Offensive rebound. Here's Sullinger. And 2 free throws coming up as he misses that one. Drawing the whistle and a lot of contact there.
Yeah, good job to take it right at the knee.
Yeah, really left them no choice there, Greg. He had to foul and keep him from converting the easy bucket.
Boston shooting their first shots of the night from the charity stripe.
And typically a strength of theirs, 79% on the season.
And guys, that's really an upgrade over how they shot last season. Not a huge upgrade, but an upgrade nonetheless.
And really a fantastic season for Sullinger last year. Really made some leaps forward, but missed a lot of time still due to injury.
Now here's Bledsoe. Still getting warmed up offensively. No buckets yet in the game for him. No good from Booker.
He hit a 3 in the first, but so far has been unable to capitalize here in this quarter.
Thomas against Bledsoe. Crowder kicks to Thomas. Johnson, the pass to Bradley. Goes back up. Yep, it goes in, and the Suns' lead is cut down now to just 3 on the bucket from Johnson.
Guys, he's actually indefatigable. He never gives in, never gives up on a play, and that's what it takes to be a great offensive rebounder. He's got to be relentless.
Sullinger did continue to improve last year, Clark, but you can't ignore that he had to miss time once again.
Yeah, and you hope that he'll be able to stay healthy for a full year at some point. When he's on the floor, he's a hard matchup for just about every team in the league.
And here's Booker after Jared Sullinger hitting his 3.
Hey, guys, in a draft with so many talented big men and lead guards, Booker was a bit of a hot commodity. One of the purest sharpshooters in the draft, has a lightning quick release on his jump shot.
Both good from the line that time.
And that's the norm for him. He's pretty much automatic when he's at the line.
Pass to Crowder. Puts up a 3. Johnson dishes to Bradley. And Sullinger kicks to Johnson. Another shot. And stolen by Booker. 30 seconds left here in the second. Phoenix no good that time either. Celtics trail by 5. Inside, here's Thomas. Great pass to set up the lay-in.
Isaiah Thomas.
Thomas got 5.
Really aggressive play there, taking it to the rack against the big fella.
You know, Greg, aggressiveness is really the only option when you're on the wrong side of the size equation.
Here's Bledsoe. The 3. No good on that last second attempt there. And the first half comes to a conclusion in a game that has been very close so far. The Suns on top. They're up by 3. And now let's catch up with Doris Burke.
Well, Brandon, tell us a bit about your opinion on the team right now.
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Welcome back, everybody. It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show. Ernie Johnson along with Kenny the Jet Smith and Shaquille O'Neal. Out in front at the half is Phoenix. They've got a 3-point lead. Let's start with you, Kenny. What did you think?
Well, you expect the home team to take care of business, and they have. They didn't play flawlessly, but they held their own. Now we get to see the true test in the second half.
And Shaq, what are your thoughts on Boston?
You know, they haven't shot the ball.
That does it for halftime as the game is just about set to get going again.
Well, both sides have assessed what they need to do over the break in halftime. We'll see now if one can pull out a way here in the third. One of the stories here, Brandon Knight getting it done today.
And what he gives his team, guys, is an edge. He just lights up an arena when he gets it going. And in that first half, young fella had it going.
Not just an edge, though, Greg. I think he gives them a confidence and a swagger they wouldn't otherwise have. And he's a special player to have around, no doubt about that.
Third quarter action getting rolling right now, brought to you by Gatorade, all filled up and ready to go. Here's who's on the floor. On the court for the Suns, Bledsoe and Knight of the backcourt. Warren is out there with Booker, and it's Len in at center. Johnson double teamed. And so here's Phoenix. Phoenix leading by 3. You're watching Amir Johnson, Clark. He seems so casual about silently destroying opponents in the paint, and he's carried that air about him almost his entire career.
You know what? He's rarely had plays called for him, Kevin. He doesn't produce a bunch of highlights, but he's really potent. I mean, one of the league's best at defending opponents at the rim, grabbing in-traffic rebounds. Those both are valuable assets.
And really just straight to the basket with a full head of steam.
Well, if you're going to throw it down, make sure you throw it down with force.
Sullinger, no good.
Oh, man, you know he'd love to have that one over.
Len passes tonight. And that basket pushes the lead to double digits. And now it's a 10-point Suns lead.
And talking about Amir Johnson, he's really the last of a discontinued model, if you will. When the Pistons called his name in the 2005 NBA draft, the year before the rookie age limit was put in place, he became the last 18-year-old drafted into our league. And it did take him a number of years to kind of get up to the pro speed.
Kept alive. Shot is off.
And this is why you need good defenders on the interior to contest shots.
Yeah, Greg, making every shot a hard one, even the shots in close. Guys, did you know not once in Johnson's 10 seasons has he averaged more than 11 points or 7.5 rebounds a game? Sometimes he doesn't even start, and yet there's a certain sect of followers who feel Amir Johnson is among the most valuable, efficient players in the league.
The shot by Bledsoe. Nobody around. Drops in the tray. Bledsoe's got 10.
And it looks like they left their defensive effort back in the locker room, guys. They just haven't had the same commitment here defensively in the second half.
And the Suns, another fast break chance here. And he was fouled on the way up. 2 free throws now for him. Phoenix shooting their 3rd and 4th free throw attempts of the game.
And 75% on the season as a unit from the free throw line.
And he sinks the... second. Now Thomas. He's got 5. Again, the miss by the Celtics.
And he rushed that one, no doubt about it. The D out of position, you can see the frustration on his face. And that's not the best of shot selection. There, the defense definitely won that possession.
Yeah, I think in that case you've got to go elsewhere with the ball. You just can't rise up over the top of him when he's on you.
And thanks again for joining us. Let's see what happens here in the 4th. And a look at the 5 for the Celtics to start the 4th quarter. Thomas is the point with Bradley to his side. Jay Crowder out there with Amir Johnson. And it's Sullinger in at the center position. Warren kicks to Booker. Shot clock at 5. The Suns need to get a shot off. Out of bounds, Boston takes possession.
No clue where that pass was going. That is a brutal turnover.
Here's Thomas. Clark, they've been struggling here on offense.
Yeah, a little bit of cottonmouth here. Dry spell for sure.
And it's Johnson penetrating. And he gets it to go.
Amir Johnson.
Johnson's got the first field goal of the fourth quarter here for the Celtics.
Yeah, heads-up aggressive play right there. Saw the smaller man on him and took it straight to the basket.
And Bledsoe throws it down hard.
Is there another player out there capable of moves as stunning as that?
A handful at the most. He is in elite company.
You know, he's got that it factor, no doubt about it. He causes excitement just by walking in the building.
And the highlight reel replay brought to you by Kia. Good stuff on that Kia Slam Cam. Now here's Booker, defended by Crowder. Now the pass to Bledsoe. And stolen by Thomas. And Boston has possession. Len dishes to Knight. A three ball. That's good. Booker's got the lead up to 14 now for the Suns.
Just too dangerous of a shooter to leave alone from beyond the arc.
Bradley drives in the foul on Avery Bradley. That's his first foul.
Well, this is nothing new. There is some debate on how successful max contracts have been in the NBA. A lot of players have demanded max contract money, but haven't lived up to the pay. And in my opinion, there are only about 15 guys worthy of max contracts in the league in any given year.
And it's blocked. And the ball travels out of bounds. It was last touched by Sullinger. Bledsoe. And the Suns get it back.
And these are the types of games where one team clearly has the edge. Tonight, it will be a win by a large margin for Phoenix.
In the end, they had a better shooting percentage, and that's what made the difference. Sometimes, you know, Clark, things go your way. The other team wasn't catching any lucky breaks themselves.
Well, it's more than luck, Kevin. I think the shot selection was good, too.
And so this is going to end up as victory number 24 on the year.
Finally, some bragging rights in this season series. Tonight's win is going to finish them off at one victory against two losses for the year against the Celtics.
And beyond the actual result of this game, fans are going to look back and see this was just a monstrous performance for Knight. He was everywhere, defensively, offensively. The effort we saw from him tonight, I think, was the difference.
That free throw missing.
Isaiah Thomas at the line for two.
And he sinks the second. Guys, they have a really solid lead at this point.
You know, definitely that's the case. I mean, there hasn't been much resistance at all.
Thomas with another miss. So it's Phoenix now, and so they foul intentionally.
And you can see where they're coming from by fouling to stop the clock, but really they're just kidding themselves.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, this game is over, and they're the only ones who don't realize that.
There's the dish to Booker, and an intentional foul right there. And he knocks down the first one.
Shooting for Phoenix, Devin Booker.
He makes one of two that time. Outside Thomas. Oh, he got hacked on the three-pointer. He'll head to the line.
Yeah, good job trying to get a hand in the face, but you've got to be more careful.
Especially on the three-point attempt. I mean, you have to defend that shot without fouling. Now you give a guy 3 free throws.
He hits the second from the line. And he makes all 3. Bledsoe outside.
That'll be a Suns timeout.
Start it.
And the Suns call time. What do you think, guys?
Now that you can tell there's some bad blood here. They're just rubbing it in now by calling a timeout.
Yeah, there really isn't much for them to be talking about. This is rubbing it in and adding salt to the wound.
Knight. And the miss. So it's the Suns winning easily here. Some good competition, but the hometown advantage and their ability to stay focused, I think, Clark, made the difference.
Well, you know, at this stage, you've got to defend your home floor.
The 2K Sports postgame show.
Welcome back, everybody. Ernie Johnson here along with Shaq and the Jet as we present our Jordan Player of the Game, Brandon Knight.
Just a sensational performance on a lot of levels, Ernie. Too many levels to talk about. Man, in some game, he's in the background. He doesn't get the chance to be the star of the show.
And that'll do it for this edition of the NBA on 2K Sports. Hope you enjoyed the show. From myself, Kenny Smith, Shaquille O'Neal, Kevin Harlan, and the entire 2K Sports crew, have a wonderful evening.